Hi, I'm Big Bear Ron. Let's talk.
Hi there, I'm here rambling again about this same-sex relationship matter. What if it is a choice? And what if it's a learned behavior? What if I did choose? What if it's nothing more than a choice? What if there was nothing more to it than choice, learned behavior? What if? Pondering on it, I ask myself a lot of questions. And I ask some of the questions that are being asked out there. Let's talk about these things. What if one day I woke up and I said, okay, from now on, I'm going to be gay. But my question is, what difference would it make? I'm like, well, you know, what if I'm totally atheistic about your God? Now, I've had some people to suggest to me, well, you know, the human anatomy seems to suggest the way it should be. I could ask in return, well, what about those whose human anatomy is a bit ambiguous? What do you say to that? What it means to be a human being based solely upon the human anatomy. What if it's not even my interest to reproduce? What if I don't want to make children? As a matter of fact, I have never wanted to reproduce. I have never wanted to contribute to the making of children. It has never been something I've wanted to do. I have never even wanted to enter into a sexual relationship with a woman. Nothing against girls, nothing against women. It's just, you know, it's just something that I personally have never wanted to do. I chose, you know. What if I said, well, you know, these are my options. I can like girls, or I can like guys, and I'll just pick one of the two and go with it. Or I might pick both and go with it. Or what if I said, I'll try one and try the other, and I'll go with the one that I like the most? My question is, so what? You know, to me, same-sex relationships, it could be about many things. For some, it might be the pure pleasure of the moment. It might be, you know, purely the physical aspect. Some people just might go for it, and that's what they like. It's fun. They enjoy it, and they understand the risk. And, you know, all kinds of activities that we do, there are risks, and we have learned safety precautions. You know, there's risk to skydiving, but, you know, we've learned some safety protocols to follow at skydiving. Skin diving, there are risks to that. There are risks to riding a roller coaster. There are risks to rock climbing. There are risks to driving on the highway, to swimming. I mean, name something that we enjoy doing that doesn't have an element of risk. But we, you know, we have, you know, we've developed safety measures, protocols. And so how is sex or physical pleasure any different from that? And, you know, we've learned how to, and we're still learning more, but we've learned more and more about how to prevent pregnancies and how to prevent the spreading of diseases, and we're still learning about that. I would say, well, look, some people really do get into just the physical aspect of it. So what? There are same-sex relationships where people, they want to spend their lives together. They want to live together. They want to share all of their assets. They want to leave all of, they want to make end-of-life preparations so that the surviving partner can legally own everything that is left behind, and they want to have such a relationship where one can make medical decisions on behalf of the other. Some people are very much into that. As a matter of fact, some same-sex relationship, it's not entirely about the sex. In fact, for some same-sex relationships, the sex is a very minor part of the relationship. It's more of an emotional attachment and affinity to one another. People are very much, they very much love one another. There's more to it, a whole lot more to it than the sexual nature. I mean, just the sex activity, and then you have same-sex relationships where it's a mixture of the two. You have some same-sex relationships where many are very much in favor of monogamy, very much in favor of faithfulness. These qualities of a relationship are held in very high esteem. But then, of course, there are some where it's not held in high esteem. There are some who think that that monogamy, or who think that having sex with only one person is a perversion of nature. You look all around the animal kingdom, and that is not what you see. That is not natural. I mean, it is in some instances, but you can't look at all of nature. Well, when you look at all nature, you see that kind of variety. There's some species, there's rampant sex all over the place, and then there are others. It's one mate for life. Well, okay. But, and so it's really kind of I think, a bit of a slippery slope to start using nature as providing the cues as to what we humans ought to be doing, especially when what it means to be human entails a whole lot more. We human beings, I mentioned it a while ago, we want to be happy. And what makes one human being, one person finds satisfactory in life is not the same as what someone else finds satisfactory in life. What do you think about all that?